And right now at noon, we are keeping you up to date on how this morning severe weather is going to impact your afternoon. The heavy rain and strong wind leaving behind a mess for crews to clean up today.
Yeah, so these storms ripped up trees by the roots, brought them down onto busy roads, and we know at least one person was killed by a falling tree. This in Clayton County along Highway 54 and Jenny Lane. Flooding is still possible as we come on the air, especially in places like Blue Ridge, where you can see the water is high and flowing fast.
Right now, we also know crews are working to restore power for thousands of customers across Metro Atlanta and North Georgia. We appreciate you joining us this afternoon. I'm Jonathan Martin.
And I'm Faith Jesse. We have team coverage for you at this hour. Meteorologists Chesley McNeil and Melissa Nord are tracking the storm on radar, watching for any threats as it moves into our area. And 11 Alive's Karis Belger is along Northside Drive, where people are dealing with the damage left behind overnight. But we want to start with Chesley. Chesley, where is that storm right now?
Well, the heaviest rain is well to the east of us now. It's starting to push a little bit further out of the state, especially up here to the north, already into South Carolina. Down here to the south, just to the east of the Macon area and down into the southeastern portion of the state. That's where the severe weather has been. For us, it has been very hit or miss. We had a severe thunderstorm warning associated with this line of thunderstorms moving through, also a tornado warning associated with it as well. Now all that is just about out of our way. We have light rain for the most part left over with a few moderate pockets around. If you saw us this morning, we had this yellow just about everywhere, especially up here to the north, and now things are starting to calm down a lot this afternoon. Again, light rain for the most part with a few moderate pockets here and there. Already starting to see some clearing over toward our west. Briefly, you got mostly cloudy skies in places like Calhoun over toward Rome and down toward Cedartown, but there is more rain back off to the west of us. We got some light showers with a few moderate pockets that will roll through, becoming a little bit more scattered in nature, and that's the way it's going to be as we head through the rest of the afternoon. And if there's enough moisture left over and the cold air begins to move in, we could see that begin to mix with a little bit of snow, mainly for the North Georgia mountains. We are looking at flooding. Even though the rain is starting to subside, flooding will be an issue for us for the rest of the day as that runoff will start to encounter our area, lakes, creeks, and streams. And so we do have some minor flooding taking place on some of our area streams and creeks as we speak. For the most part, we're looking at that flood watch lasting until tonight. We also are looking at the wind advisory. That will last until about 7 o'clock tonight. Also the high wind warning up here to the north where we could see gusts and have been seeing those gusts up to about 50 miles per hour. That will last until 1 o'clock this afternoon, so the winds will start to subside up here to the north first, but still a bit breezy for the rest of the afternoon. Temperatures today will top off in the 50s before going back down into those 30s later on tonight. We're going to talk more about that in the full forecast coming up.
We look forward to that. Chesley, thanks. Right now, let's get out to 11 Alive's Karis Belger live along Northside Drive. Karis, we know a down tree was a big problem there earlier this morning. How are things looking right now?
Well, right now I'm on the corner of Northside and Chandler. That tree has been cut through, and right now crews are working to repair the power line. I'm going to step out just so you can take a quick look at what we're seeing just down the road here. Now, there is a truck blocking this road, has been for quite some time. Crews have been working for hours to repair this power line after the tree fell on it overnight. And just take a look at some of these images from earlier. At one point, crews had to bring out a chainsaw in order to cut through the branches, because not only was the tree bringing down a power line, it had completely blocked the street. And as I mentioned, crews have been out here for hours working on it, taking out some of the power from nearby homes. And in the meantime, there have been cars trying to drive through this street, but because there is a truck currently blocking this road, they're having to turn around, taking some of the more side streets and residential streets in order to get around, because this is a normally very busy road. We're going to continue to stay on this, keep you updated, and we'll continue to bring you the latest updates as soon as we have them.
All right, Karis, thanks so much. New at noon, we've learned a possible lightning strike is believed to have started a fire here on Woodland Avenue this morning. Firefighters were able to contain the fire in just 5 minutes. We're told no one was hurt. Well, this afternoon, we are also watching for the chance of high water and flooding as we head into the afternoon.
Meteorologist Melissa Nord is joining us with more on that. Melissa?
And even though the heaviest of rain is over, guys, we've picked up a lot of rain in a short amount of time, and that water has to go somewhere. So we've been noticing outside that threat of flash flooding, a lot of water that's going into creeks and streams, into rivers. And I want to show you some of the information that we're getting in from some of our 11 Alive storm trackers here in the field. This is a video from Storm Sally out in Watkinsville, Georgia, and you can see all that water coming rushing down and the storm drains there right on the side street off of her driveway. So the water has to go somewhere. It's not just there. It's going to flow into the creeks. It's going to flow into the streams, and we are expecting some of that flooding to go into some of our river basins. So let me show you some more of these pictures that we're getting in from our storm trackers. This one coming in from West Cobb. This is Pam Doherty, and she's over in West Cobb, not far from Mars Hill Road. And you can see she said this is the highest the creek and stream levels have been at her backyard in a couple of years. So we've gotten a lot of rain. Just how much rain? Well, let me show you some of these rainfall amounts that we've gotten in. Another photo coming in from Sally in Watkinsville. In Atlanta since yesterday evening, 3 inches of rain has fallen. We've seen a lot higher totals, though, on the south side of town. This one from Fayetteville, 5 inches in Robin's backyard and her rain gauge. Flash flood warnings remain. These flash flood warnings for Rockdale County, Newton County. You see through McDonough, these red areas on the radar estimated rainfall totals. Those are 4+ inches. So water's going to go somewhere. First, it floods the roads, and then it goes down to those creeks and streams. And there are several flood warnings for creeks and streams that continue all throughout the metro. We have a list of those counties under flood warnings for that reason on the 11 Live app. Guys.
All right, Melissa, thank you so much. Well, this same storm system is causing major damage in other states. Take a look here. This is new video from Panama City Beach after a suspected tornado moved through overnight. You can see that debris littered on roadways and what appears to be, as you can see there, collapsed walls on buildings. Bay County, that's the county down there, had multiple reports of tornadoes on the ground overnight, according to the sheriff there. And the rain is not over just yet. We want you to not forget to download the 11 Alive News app for the latest weather updates. You can scan that QR code you see right there on your screen, and then you can set up severe weather alerts for your area.
All right, some other news we are following.